I love I love it. I just love it. I love it. I'm in the intro. Hey, how are you people? How is everything? I hope you're feeling good and powerful and energetic and inspired with me today. My name is Ali, and today we will be having a writing strategy, IELTS. So if you are an IELTS student, welcome. If you're not, welcome. Because what we're going to talk about is basically everything about writing, and specifically the IELTS writing. And these skills actually need to be in any English students. So if you're an IELTS, if you're not an IELTS student, welcome here with us. Hello, Miss Adanur. Welcome, Miss Halima. Welcome. How is everything? I hope you are both ladies good and well. How is everyone? If you are good, give me thumbs up. While thumbs up are not allowed here, but I don't care. How are you? How is your afternoon so far? Mine was perfect. My tea was perfect. So, how is everyone here? Good? So much students scared of IELTS. It's not a rocket science. Come on, we will try to make it fun as much as possible for you. Thank you, I'm fine. Glad to hear that, Miss Halima. She is fine, Miss Adanur. I am perfect. Thank you for asking. I'm always perfect. I'm very good, Miss Halima. Thank you. I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. I had a very busy afternoon where I had a class earlier, 2 hours ago now. I have another class. However, IELTS is a special because IELTS is about skills, it's about English language, it's about the culture, it's all about loving the English and understanding it and organizing it. Here, I'm like X-Men, Magneto, if you know that movie. Yes, I'm very good. Hope you all are good and great and positive. Positivity need to be there. Yes. I love my tea. I love my tea. What you can say about that? I love it. Okay. Let's start. Today, basically, uh, we are going to talk about writing. Now, if we have time, we're going to talk about both type of writing in IELTS that we are having, which is, as you can see from this chart, we have 20 minutes writing, and we have 40 minutes writing, and this is the number of the words that we need to write. So there's two types of writing in IELTS. However, now I'm only going to discuss this one for 20 minutes and how we organize it, how we accomplish 150 words without any tiredness or exhaustion whatsoever. Thank you, Miss Halima. Thank you. I am enjoying it. It's perfect. Thank you. Okay. So we have two tasks in writing, and now we're talking about both academic and general. Both of them, they have 20 minutes for the first part, 40 minutes for the second one. However, the writing, the words, the number of the words are different. Here we have 150 words. For 40 minutes, we have 250. Again, it's very good to do a comparison or to show you my students' mistake or any instructor students' mistakes. And I really like to discuss mistakes. I had, I believe yesterday, a common mistakes in IELTS. I discussed plenty also about writing. And today I'm talking about how we organize the writing in a way that the reader and the evaluator appreciate you and you can accomplish band 7 or 9. 9 is not impossible. Always keep that in your mind. So today we're going to talk about the first task, but I promise you, if we have plenty of time, I will discuss also the second task in IELTS when it comes to writing. So let's get right into it. Let's understand what is the writing is going to be about. Now remember, if you want to accomplish any task in IELTS, you need to address it all. Addressing every point of it, and that way you can accomplish your dream score in IELTS. Welcome, Mr. Mehmet, welcome. So here we have two charts where they are discussing basically the academic and the general writing model. However, today we're going to talk about general because that's the most common. Academic, very few students. Like last year I had approximately 4 or 3 students who've got a general. However, we have just one academic, so I'm going to talk about general today. Now, we can talk little about academic, however, from this chart. The only differences between those two, the academic and the general, the only differences that we have is the first part, the task 1, the 20 minutes task. As you see here, for general, we have a situation which you're going to respond to, and you have 3 points here where you need to address them all in your email or anything he will say to you that you need to write. However, in academic, it's something quite different, and some students have a problem with. He will give you a table, a graph, a chart, such as this one, or a diagram or anything. And what he needs from you is to describe that diagram, which illustrates maybe, let's see, the corn in Canada, America, and Africa, and so on. So basically, academic is not difficult if you understand what are you trying to do if you organize your writing. Second one, the task number 2 for academic is an essay, supporting opinion, reason, examples. This is here the same process. So as you see, the writing for academic and general, they are kinda similar, but task 1 is completely different, and that's we need to keep in our minds. Moving on here, now I want you to understand, look, if you want to be very good in English and if you want to score that's the dream score of yours, either if you want 6.5 to accomplish any major in your life, or you want 7.5 to study in UK, in Cambridge, or so on, you need to understand on what criteria the assessment is going to be, which means your reader, your evaluator, your examiner, if he's going to open your booklets, if he will see your answers, where he will put correct, where he will put incorrect, how you will know what you wrote is correct or incorrect. This is something we need to address and we need to talk about. So, responses to the IELTS writing task assessed according to the following criteria. So this criteria is according to that criteria that we have now here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the evaluation is going to be all about. This is how they will assess you. So first one is task achievements. That I earlier talked about, which mean addressing each and every point. So here, if you have 1, 2, 3, as you can see here, requesting or giving information, making an invitation, an apology, blah, 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 you need to talk about first, second, third. Don't leave anything off. This is the first one. So you have to address, which means discuss each and every request, every task he give you. Coherence and cohesion. Those are very important, and those the two things that also on my yesterday's video, the common mistakes in IELTS, I also discussed few or two or one points about coherence and comprehension. This is about how you organize your writing and connecting your ideas, basically. So if you are starting to give an opinion, don't interrupt your opinion with another sentence which talking about something different. Then you continue your opinion. Your opinions should be in a place and together. So your ideas should be together. And you should not express so much opinions. You know, pet peeve, if you watch my common mistakes video, pet peeve is saying everywhere I think, I believe. It's not something you will get a score on. That actually will decrease the fact that you are going to bring a high score. So coherence and cohesion are important. How we organize your writing and ideas, we will talk all about it today. The lexical resources, basically the vocabularies, and how accurate by using your vocabularies and idioms, if you would like to use idioms. But if you want to use idioms, you need to be very careful, because using idioms in a bad way can affect your results also in a bad way. Grammatical range and accuracy. Now, as an IELTS student, I believe you probably finished the intermediate and upper intermediate. Maybe you are advanced, so you are aware of the tenses that are used commonly in the English language and where to use this and where to use that. So this is all about the accuracy of grammatical forms and structure, and everything we talked about. Hello, I can fly the house. Welcome, Mr. Kishisil. I don't know what you mean, but okay. Writing tips. Basically, I can wrap it up for you. If you want to bring a very high score in writing, you need to organize your writing. And here he say, you can ask for another paper. Here you need to make your writing clear. Don't write less than 150 words for the first task, and don't write less than 250 words in the second task, which is the essay. Don't count your words. Now, some students, let's focus on this one. Don't waste precious time counting your words. Now, some students, when they finish writing, they continue and they go back and they count the words. Now, that is absolutely a waste of time. How you manage to understand you accomplished 150 words first task or 250 words second task? How? By organizing. How many paragraphs you have. This is what makes you understand how many words you write. You don't have to go back again and do that all over again. Paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is essential in whole English language. So if he give you a paragraph and you want to talk about it, you paraphrase the first sentence, which means you are like putting it in your essay or in paragraph, but you're changing the words, you know? That's very important. Be clean, be comfortable, be careful with time. Organizing times, let me go here a bit. Organizing times, guys, it's very essential. If you don't organize your time, if you don't know that you have 20 minutes to write, then the time will be gone for you and you will not, capture that 20 minutes to accomplish task number 1. And that one goes the same for task 2. So organizing time is important. So you have 40 minutes, let's say. So first one is understanding that you need to put few steps to start so that you can start with the topic sentence, your body paragraphs, the main ideas, supporting ideas, and the conclusion. You need to keep that in mind so that you don't get confused. So with the grammar here, we will talk about skill 8, which is the skill of determining the task. Why is that important? Why determining the task important? If anyone doesn't understand what is determining the task means, which means understanding what he wants from you. He gave you a task. What is the main thing that you are going to discuss? Now, so basically, first task, you will ask to write a letter or to a letter to a shop manager, or letter an invitation party to your friend, or describe a situation in your neighborhood. Maybe you have problem with the garbage bags or anything, and so on. So here he give you basically the things that you're going to be asked to talk about. First one is describe place, a thing or problem. So a place, you can talk about a place you traveled to or a place that you went to. A thing, maybe you're talking about a shirt which you bought from a store and it was completely incorrect item and you need to change it either because of the color or the size of it. A problem, as we talked about, maybe you have a problem with a light in the electricity problem, or you're talking about any problem that might occur at your home or at office or anything. He will also ask you to explain the reason of why you have a problem with this thing. Maybe he will ask you to help or advise someone. Suggest a solution to a problem, like I have this problem, so maybe we can do this. That's suggesting a solution. Now remember, I am reading this for you because this is what you will be asked in the IELTS Task 1 for General. That's what you will be asked, and that's what you need to address. Make a complaint or anything. Complaint, which mean you have, for example, you have a problem with the online delivery service and it's always late, and it takes like, if it should take 1 week, it takes 3 weeks. So this is a complaint. You write a complaint, your store is not good, and so on and so on. Or an invitation. Now what I see common in IELTS is you're going to see an invitation a lot, finding a solution to a problem, advice or help probably, and thing or problem, mostly all. That's what he mentioned. So this is just an example for you. Actually, this example I give to my students so that I see their potential. So I explain to them everything here and I give them this task. Sorry, let me highlight it again. I give them this task. You recently ordered an item of clothing through a store's website. When you received it, you discovered that it was the wrong size and color. So it's an item. That's what you're going to talk about. Now here, he's giving you the tasks. Write a letter to the store manager. In your letter, describe the item you ordered. Here, you have the ability to create. Here, you need to create an item. An item, it's a merchandise, it's a thing. So it can be a shirt, it can be a shoe, it can be a boots, it can be a hat, a bracelet, it can be watch, you name it. So describing an item you ordered, this is first thing. So this is the idea that you need to support it so that you can discuss it and write about it, at least 3 sentences. Here, explain what was the wrong with the item you received. Now, putting the tasks in order for the reader, he will understand that you have the capability to organize and commit to address each and every one of the sentences. So first one, describe it. Second one, explain what's the wrong with it when you received it. Third part is say what you would like the manager to do. So it's like giving advice. This is what we talked about here. Ask for help or advice. So this is the manager you're talking about, okay? So here, the first thing that I need to be focused on for the task 1 for general IELTS is the following. This letter that I'm writing to whom? I'm writing it to a store's website. To whom? To the manager, the store manager. So this might be a bit formal. The late bit, it needs to be formal. So you need to be careful when you write formal letter. There is a lot of instructions when you are writing formal. Check with your instructor about that one if you like. However, here we will also talk about it and discuss it. So first one, it's formal. Second one, I need to discuss 3 things that he came here with. So you start writing here, dear Mr. or Mrs. the store manager, comma, and you continue your writing for 1 and 2 and 3. However, this one, I give it to my students and I give them 20 minutes to give me what they've got without explaining the process and everything. And after that, I put the paper and we continue the lesson and we check the student's mistake. So if you would like, you can write this one, write about it, and you can, let me do something. Okay, let's do something together. This is, no, let me, okay. That's only for you guys. I am trying to do something here. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to write my email. Sorry. Now, if you are interested of knowing the answers, your answer, if it's correct or not, I really recommend you write this email. Take a screenshot if you like. Take a screenshot, and you can take a screenshot for this task too. This task. You can also take a screenshot here. And if you like, you can write me 150 words. 150 words, writing me about this, and I will correct your essay or your letter, and I will get back to you. Okay, so this is my email. This is my email. If you like to send so that we can correct it together and make your writing a much better, I would recommend to send me email here about this task and we will do it together. So, moving forward. Here we have few practices for you. This is something that you guys are going to help me with actually. So, as you see, it's a practice. So read the following tasks and determine what each one asks you to do. Choose 2 actions from the list of each task and write them on the lines. 2 actions from the list, write them on the lines. You may use any action more than once. Now, I always say this to my students. Be careful when you hold a question in your hands. Be sure to read the question very good. Don't jump and find a solution for the question. Read the question first. So here you have describe place, describe a thing, describe problem, make an invitation, suggest a solution, and ask for help. So we have those 6. Those 6 basically what I want you to put here. So task 1, we need to read task 1, and I want you to tell me which one of those 6 belongs to. So I need your help with this one. You are moving to a new city and you're looking for a place to live there. Write a letter to a friend who lives in the city. In your letter, explain why you are moving. Describe the kind of place you would like to live in. Ask your friend for advice about finding a place to live. So you can choose two things from those stuff that we have here. You can choose two things for task number 1. So what do you think? What do you think? Which one goes to task number 1? Now, you need to read this so that you can understand which one goes to which one. So what we have here is someone moving to a city, looking for a place to live, writing a letter to his friend in another city, and in the letter they need to discuss why they are moving, changing apartment, and so on. Mr. PTR says, describe a place and ask for help. Describe a place and ask for help. Okay. So, place, because you are moving in. That's very nice. Now, asking for help. Why? Yes, perfect. Perfect. Now, because the last one here, ask a friend for advice about finding a place to live. Basically, you're asking him for help. Okay, he will advise you, like this is the perfect place for you, but this is his help for you. He's going to help you. Very nice, Mr. BTR. Perfect. So place and help. Nice. Now, task number 2 here. You recently ate at a restaurant. When you got home, you realized you had left your jacket behind. Write a letter to the restaurant's manager. In your letter, explain who and when you lost your jacket. How and when, sorry. Describe your jacket and say what you would like the manager to do to help you to find it. This is what we have. Let me zoom out. And this is what we've got here. Describe place, a thing, problem, invitation, a solution. I'm sorry, Miss PTR. I'm sorry. I get that a lot. Like PTR. I don't know what is that. What it stands for. Thank you for telling me. Okay, thank you, Miss PTR. Now, the second task I want help with. You lost your jacket in a restaurant. So which one we would choose? Now, maybe you would ask me, this is very easy. Why we are doing that? Because this will determine how would you write about that thing. Will tell you what you need to write about. And that is very important to understand. So, who can help me with this one? What are we going to choose now? He's talking about shirt lost restaurant manager. Shirt lost restaurant manager. And describing a jacket. Explaining how and when you lost it. So, what do you think? Which two can be, or which one? Maybe just one, maybe just two, maybe three, maybe four. So, what do you think? What do you think? Any ideas? I will give you 5. Okay, we have Miss BTR says, describe a thing, very nice, which is the jacket that he was talking about. She's not sure about the other one. So let's do it together. Maybe we can find something out. So here he's saying, explain when and how, describe jacket. Describing is describing a thing. That's perfect. Now, suggestion a solution, ask for help, make invitation. Let's see the last one. The last task here, what we have. Say what you would like the manager to do to help you find it. Now, this is what we are looking for. So, I'm asking the manager to do something about it. So, ask for help. It can be. Describe a thing and asking for help. That might be. Yes. Because here he's what you would like the manager to do to help you find it. This is you going to write about the manager should do things for you. So this is basically things you're going to write which will help you either to find the jacket or to replace the jacket, or he will give you money for your jacket, or so on and so on. So this is things that he can help you with. We have extra 2 here. You are bothered by the amount of trash in your local park. Write a letter to the head of the city parks. The parts in your letter. Describe the problem with the trash. Explain why it's the problem. Say what you think the city should do. Now, I will do this one because I think you understand the idea. So as we see here, they will describe a problem. So describing a problem, that's one of it. And here we have, say what you think the city should do. Say what you think the city should do, which means suggesting a solution. Let me unhighlight all. And so what we're going to use is suggest a solution, because you're going to tell the town hall, or you're going to tell the belediye, that's I think Turkish, the town hall or the city hall. You're going to tell them how we find a solution to this trash problem in the park, and you are describing also the problem. That's why there is a lot of trash in the park. Now, this one is just basically telling you what you need to do, what is going to happen with your writing. So determining the task, that's the first thing that you need to focus on when you start with your first task in general, IELTS. Now, the second skill that you need to master is determining the topic. What is the topic? I will explain it right away, but I need to bring back a picture, not this one, sorry, this one, because we will talk so much about those tasks, and that's why I took screenshots for them, so that we can, but first let's read this one. So if you start writing, we will always start with the introduction, which is the first paragraph, but the topic is going to be a little more sentence in the topic, in the introduction. Let's check together. So, writing task begins with a brief description of a situation. This tells you the topic of the letter you will write. So, for example here, let me zoom back. Here, basically, you are moving to a new city and you're looking for a place to live. Blah, 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 blah. So here, the topic that you are talking about is finding a place to live. Finding a place to live, or finding an apartment. This is your topic. This is the brief description. Let's check this together. Here, this is what we're going to do. Those are the topics. Which topics? Topics which belong to this exercise here. Let me zoom in. So this is task number 1. Task number 1, as you can see here from the picture, we talked about a place to live. Someone need a place to live. He asking a friend for advice, blah, blah, blah. Now, we're talking about the topic of this letter, which is a brief description, a brief sentence. It's begin at the start of the introduction. We have here examples. So let's read the question first. Never forget the question first. Choose the correct topic of each of the tasks in skill 8, page 141. This is it. I took screenshot and write it on the corresponding line below. You will not use all the topics. So you're going to use one topic and you will not use all. So let's read the topics, and this is the sorry, let's go back here. So those are the topics as you see in the screen here, and this is what you need to write about. So I need you to pick a topic for me here. So here someone wants to live in an apartment in a new city, blah blah blah. So which topic is correct? Complaining about trash in the park, moving to the new city, buying clothes for party, visiting friends, planning a party, recommending a restaurant, looking for a lost jacket. Now, this is very obvious. Am I right? It's very obvious that moving to a new city. But why we are doing this exercise? Because this is trying to make you understand that when you are starting to read this task, number one task, this is what you should start with. A topic sentence. A topic sentence at the start of the introduction. When you start with it, you will let your reader understand the fact that you are talking about moving to a new city. This is the whole idea. So the topic, it's basically a brief description for the whole paragraph, which is the introduction paragraph. Okay? So this is what I'm trying to point out for you. So number one is moving to a city. That's absolutely correct, because this is what they always talking about. Now, jumping to task B, talking about a restaurant where he lost his jacket. So you need to start with a brief description so that we know that you are going to write all about a jacket or something. So which one? This is it. Looking for a lost jacket. Why it's important? It's important for the reader. Now, this is part of organizing your writing. That's why we are starting from top. Then we will finish with conclusion. So, brief description, this is what you need to write. Moving to a new city, comma, then you will start to write. Looking for a lost jacket, comma, and you start to write your introduction. Now we can jump here to task C, talking about a trash. So, it's very easy. Let's go find it. Where is it? Number one. Complaining about trash in the park. This is it. As simple as it can get. So what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, what you need to do is descriptive brief, which we need to make the reader understand that the first paragraph from the letter, which is going to be the introduction, the first part of it is the topic. After that, we will continue with a topic sentence, which will be continuing, which will be after the topic that you are going to write. So basically, you need to grab few words together and combine them so that it can give us the topic. So complaining about trash in the park. Then we continue, okay? And so on for the other tasks. Now, first one is determining the task. Second one, the topic that you are going to talk about. Now, we're talking about brainstorming. Now, if you are not familiar with the term brainstorming, basically, which means what I am going to write on the paper and what are my ideas that I will put them on the paper. Okay? This is what brainstorming means. So, in writing task 1, you will be giving 3 points, as we discussed before here. 1, 2, 3. You must address, which means you must discuss them, all 3 points in your letter. Before you write, take a minute to brainstorm. Take a minute of what you're going to write. What is your introduction? What is your main ideas and how you will support them? And remember, a jacket, so you need to create so much. You need to talk about where you lost your jacket. You need to talk about the color of the jacket, because this is what you will do. Because how the restaurant manager understands your jacket if you're not describing the colors. Maybe there is a wool, maybe there is a fur, maybe it's from silk, maybe it's made of denim. So you need to explain and describe the jacket, and that needs coming to the part of lexical resources. Here you're going to need a vocabularies. So this is brainstorming, what you're going to talk about, what you're going to discuss. So think of different ways to could respond to each the point, then choose one idea for each point. Remember, there is no one correct way to respond, so you can speak the way you want. You just have to address all three of the points in a way that makes sense. A way that makes sense, which means cohesion, which means coherence, mantık, I think in Turkish. So, as you can see here, also we're talking about the first task. So this is, I will want you to write, if you are with me here. Here we have to write the brainstorming ideas that you're going to discuss. So look at the task in skill 8, page 141, which is this one. I take screenshot for. Brainstorm a short list of ideas for addressing each point in each of the tasks. The lists have been sorted for you. So the lists have been sorted for you, which means I wrote this for you. I need to write 2 things here. Now, this is, you will not write in your exam. This is the brainstorm process. I'm writing it here to you so that we can understand it and we can practice it. But here, just we are understanding how you organize your brain, your ideas, so that you can start writing. So let me take a sip of my tea. Sorry. Thank you. My throat was dry. Now, explain why you are moving. Now, let's jump here. Let's go to task A. Task A here. Now look. Let's do something, me and you together. Can you see here? Explain why you are moving. Describe the kind of places you would like to live in. Ask your friend for advice about finding a place. Those 3 are here. So we have those 3 here, right here. Can you see that? Look. Explain why you are moving. Describe the kind of place you would like to live in, and ask for a friend or blah blah blah. Now each one of them, we are going to brainstorm ideas so that we will know what we're going to write about, so that we can organize our writing. So if the reader comes and read it, he will understand that we have a perfect 3 paragraphs in our letter. So the first one will be the introduction, and the second one will be the first point. Then after that will be the second point. Then after that, the third point. Then the conclusion. So basically, you will make 5 paragraphs in your letter so that you can accomplish 150 words. First one, intro. Then the 3 points, 1, 2, 3. Then the conclusion. Now, remember, you can mix them all together, no problem. But making a bit space between them, that would make your reader more comfortable. Now, first one, let's talk about first one. Explain why you are moving. So first one, I want to live closer to my family. Now, how did I brainstorm? I brainstorm because it's also mentioned here in this title. You are moving to a new city and you're looking for a place to live there. Write a letter to a friend who lives in the city in your letter. This is from your own creation. This is from your own ideas. So first one, you want to move, which means changing places or changing apartments in a different city. In this case, in a different city. So first one, I want to live closer to my family. Maybe another idea? Can I have another idea? We're still at point number 1. We're still talking about explain why you are moving. So point number 1, I want to live closer to my family. Number 2, can you brainstorm something for me, guys? Can you brainstorm something for me? Why are you moving? I want to live close to my family. Perhaps. Perhaps. Another two ideas from your own imagination, from your own, from your own environment as a Turkish student. What makes you travel from one place to another? What makes you change your apartment? He gave you, I want to live closer to my family. Now, from your own perspective, what do you think? Anyone? Anyone can share this with me? Now, why you are moving? I want to be close to my family. Maybe I want to be close to the gym. Or maybe my old apartment is bad. Or maybe multiple ideas. I want to move somewhere that has no traffic problems. Yes, that's also very good. Yes, you can say that I want to live in a countryside where there is no traffic jam, but you have to squeeze it for us. Very good, Miss PTR. Yes, Mr. Metin. Maybe because maybe I found a better job there. Perfect, Mr. Metin. That's also perfect. Now we have two ideas here. So I want close to my family. Then I found a better job there. And I want to stay away from the traffic jam. Perfect. So now you have three ideas that you are going to talk about. So that's the first paragraph. Finish. This is the first point that you want to discuss. And you have two... we have one idea and three supporting details. Perfect. First one, close to my family, and Mr. Metin mentioned, and Miss PTR also mentioned. Perfect. There is no problem. Now, this is the brainstorming. Now, the process of brainstorming happens in here in 5-10 seconds. It will not take so much time from you, especially if you came to the exam completely ready. You had your coffee, you concentrated, you have a very comfortable sleeping. This will not be a problem. Task 2. Task 2. Let's do this task 2 so that we can move on. Task 2, fellas. You recently ate at a restaurant. When you got home, you realized you had left your jacket behind. The three ideas here we have. Let's go B here. Explain how and when you lost your jacket. This is the first point that we are discussing. Explain how and when you lost your jacket. Let's take number 1. I left it. Here we go. I left it on my chair at dinner last night. This is one obvious idea. Why you lost it in a restaurant? Because I left it on my chair at dinner last night. Now, can we have another ideas, another supporting details that we might talk about? Yes, guys. Remember, explain how and when. How and when. How you lost it, it's not discussed yet. The sentence here, I left it on my chair at dinner last night. Okay, when? At dinner last night. But how? How? Maybe you can explain what time you took off your jacket. Maybe you can explain this part. And why you can't remember your jacket, maybe. Okay? So there is a lot into it. So can you give me other two supporting details before we take a break? Can you give me any supporting details? Miss PTR or Mr. Mayton or any one of you beautiful, gorgeous people? Anyone? Always try to understand what he gave you so that you can extract what you need. And by the way, brainstorming can be perfect for your ideas, especially when you are reading widely into the language and understanding the culture and imagining the situation, being in a restaurant, leaving my jacket, maybe I have a few drinks. Remember, write anything you might think be the reason behind leaving your jacket and forgetting it. You can write, I got hangover or drunk. There will not be a reader evaluator who will judge you for your writing. The focus will be on your English language. Mr. Metin says, I gave my jacket to the waiter to hang it. Nice. Okay. How you lost it? I gave my jacket to the waiter to hang it, and after going out I forgot and they forgot to remind me. Very good. Very nice. So basically you can write the second one is I gave it to the waiter. Always remember, brainstorming needs to be short, because after writing, this is where you're going to express more into it. So I gave it to the waiter, leaving fast and forgot it. Leaving fast and forgot it. Or forgetting it by leaving fast. It's very short. This is for brainstorming. Very good, Mr. Metin. That was very excellent. Yes, you can say that. You can use that, no problem. But remember something. When you are writing about, you said, for example, I gave my jacket to a waiter, you need to add more details. Like, as much details adding to your paragraph, as much understanding will go to the reader, and as much score as you will get. Okay? And you can write over 150 words, but less can be a problem. So when you mention a waiter, be sure to describe the waiter. Does he or she have a long or short hair? The color of the hair, is it blonde or brown or black? What they are wearing at that day, a costume. Okay, what the color of the t-shirt? Maybe they are wearing an outfit, a specific outfit. So adding details would be perfect. I forgot it. And the waiter didn't remind me. I forgot it because I have an urgency where I left the restaurant fast. Or you can say I drank so much I forgot my jacket, and so on. So adding more so that you can make a perfect paragraph when it comes to first one. Okay. We will continue with task B, by the way. We will continue together with task B, but I need to take a break first, okay, because we need to take a break at that time. We will take a break, and we will continue with B and C for task B. Describe your jacket. Here, we're going to talk about jacket, and C, we're going to talk about what would you like the manager to do. And we will continue after 10 minutes or 15 minutes break. I believe I will take only 10 minutes. So 10 minutes break. After, we will continue our lesson, and we will jump up to another skill when it comes to the writing strategy. So thank you guys, Mr. Metin, Mr. BTR. I will see you after exactly 10 minutes. See you after then.
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
with a joy and smile. A world where A won't lead by satisfaction and earn to survive in the outside world. Justinglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do but do Justinglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
Enthusiasm. Enthusiastic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Pronunciation.
Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world full of joy and smile, a world where everyone won't lead by satisfaction and urge to survive in the outside world, Justenglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance, do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance, do but do Justenglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
I love the hard work that they are putting to the you know, advertisements and everything. I love it. Absolutely welcome, guys. Absolutely. Okay, we are back. We're going to continue where we left off. And remember, brainstorming is always about creating. If you are very bad with the creating, which means you are not reading a lot, you need to, you know, get yourself exposed to as much books as possible, movies, songs, and so on. Remember, IELTS is not a rocket science. IELTS needs from you to read, to practice, to, you know, put the time and the effort to accomplish what you desire. So, welcome back. This is Ali again, and we are going to continue our topic. Now, we were talking about the jacket, that someone's lost it in a restaurant, I believe. And we discussed the first part, the explain how lost the jacket, when and how. Then we go down to describe your jacket. So we need words so that we can describe the jacket. So here, first one, he's trying to help you out here by telling you it's dark blue silk. Dark blue silk. Can we add another stuff to it, maybe? Here, the vocabulary takes a big part when we are describing a jacket. So this takes us with fashion, takes us with understanding the details in our clothes. So this is also a place where you can find fashion magazines or fashion bloggers where you can learn new vocabularies when we come into jacket, shoes, and so on. So if I ask you, for example, I lost my shoes, you will tell me what type of shoes. I would describe it to you that it's a boot, it has laces, there is a zipper on the side, and the heel is like 2.5 centimeters or so on and so on. Yes, it has a back print. Yes, it has, very good, Miss BTR. We can say it has a logo behind. Remember, they will not tell you that this is wrong or right. It's your jacket, so you can put whatever you want on it. Very good. Back print. yes, you can say, maybe you can say there is a logo, or there is a lion photo or a lion picture, but make it a realistic. Very good, Miss BTR. Now, another idea maybe. Normally when we have jacket, the inside, the entourage, the things that are inside, it can be made of something inside the jacket. So you are wearing jacket, you're closing it, there is something inside the jacket. It's the entourage, maybe we can call it that way, but can we talk about it? What do you think? What's made of? Here is another idea for you, by the way. For example, your jacket, does it have a collar? Does it have a collar or without collar, for example? Does it have buttons or a zipper? You know, a zipper or buttons. There is a lot of things that we can talk about when it comes to jackets. Yes. Maybe there is 2 stripes here. Maybe your jacket has 2 stripes here. 2 red stripes. Yes. There is plenty. Am I right? There's plenty. Let's talk about the last one. Let me bring it back up. I can't, okay. So let's talk about the last one. Say what you would like the manager to do to help you find it. Look for it in the coat room. Okay, now remember something. Mr. Metin earlier said that I gave my jacket to the waiter. So this comment is perfect here. Look for it in the coat room, which means someone took it from me and put it in the coat room, which means that the waiter took it, because someone needs to be authorized to get to the coat room, and he put the coat. So the waiter was perfect, Mr. Metin. Now, can we have another 2 ideas? How can he help you? How the manager can help you? Can you give suggestions? Can you give suggestions? Yes, guys, anyone can give a suggestion to the manager. First one, maybe you can find it in the coat room. Very nice. Or where, like if you are looking for a jacket, this is the way you think about it. If you're looking for a jacket, where it might be? It's either in the coat room, or it's falling on the ground, or somewhere. Miss BTR, she said, look at the security camera recordings. That also would be perfect. Look at security camera recording. And that also can create an idea where we are talking about maybe there is no security cameras in the coat room. But very good. Brainstorming is perfect. Thank you, Miss BTR. Correct. Looking at the security footage. Looking at the security footage. Very good. Now, another idea. Another idea where we can talk about this one. Another idea, so they can continue on. Another idea. Anyone? Fellas? Anyone? You are making Miss BTR tired today. No one is helping her. And also, yes, yes, yes. I will give you till 5. I will count 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5. Okay, Mr. Metin, here we go. Could you ask the waiter who's working in that day? Very good. Very good, Mr. Metin. Now, it's also perfect. And also you need to describe and continue talking about the waiter. What he looks like. Does he have something special in his face expression? Maybe he has a scar, or wearing a glasses, and medical glasses, or so on. Very good, guys. Very good. Okay. we covered that one up. I hope you understood what I mean. So basically, let me show you the picture. Basically, guys, this is the letter that we have, and 1, 2, 3. So each one, this one, point 1, point 2, point 3. Point 1, 3 supporting ideas. Point 2, 3 supporting ideas. Point 3, 3 supporting ideas. I mean, come on. If you have the ability to do so and the brainstorming ideas, you will accomplish more than 150 words. I have one of my students who accomplished 130 words without acknowledging the ideas and supporting ideas. But when we learned about that, he accomplished 163 words, which is more than 150. So understanding it, that's what makes you perfect. The same idea talking about here. Now, jumping to the other part of the skills, which is the outline. How you make an outline, or what is the outline? Let's see. Plan your letter by making an outline. So I think now we can guess the meaning of the outline. Start with the topic and the ideas you have chosen for each point. Then add a supporting details to support your ideas. Write 2 or 3 details for each idea. So the outline is basically a map. As you can see here. Let's check here together. This is your outline. This is basically your outline that we are going to talk about today, which is introduction, which consists of the topic, the brief description of what you're going to talk about, then problem with an order, which is the introduction that you're going to talk about. Perfect. By the way, the introduction part, you're going to paraphrase it from the title, from here. You can see here. This is where you're going to paraphrase and you put it here. But remember, I'm talking about paraphrase, not taking it and putting it the same. That's incorrect. So the outline, your outline is topic, problem with an order. Then the body, which is the 3 points that he gave you. 1, 2, 3, coming here. Each one, so winter coat, receive wrong coat, want compensation. Those 3 are here. Those 3 are here. Describe an item, the winter coat, I chose it. Here I chose it because it's not mentioned. Is it jacket? Is it jeans? He said an item. So you better prepare something to start to talk about, and you have the vocabularies to talk about. Don't get yourself in a trouble where you are choosing something you don't know the ingredients of it or what it consists of. Okay, so winter coat, receive wrong coat. So what was wrong with the item? It's a wrong coat. And here, what would you like the manager to do? Compensation. Compensation, which means either he replaced the coat with less money, or he's basically giving you a large discount. So here, this is the outline. Now, how did I come with the supporting details? By brainstorming. Okay? How did I come with this one with the supporting details? Again, brainstorming. Brainstorming. Now, supporting details, it depends on you. So if you would like 3 supporting details, perfect, no problem. Would you like 2? Good, but you need to add more details so that you can accomplish and make your letter balanced. Okay, so this is the outline. This is what I mean by the outline. Okay, so now you are aware of it, as you can see here. So here we have an example. We're going to read it together and we're going to analyze it together. Okay, according to what they wrote. So let's read the question first, as we always do. You recently ordered an item of clothing through store's website. Full breath, because period. When you received it, half a breath, because here we have comma. you discover that it was not the same item that you had ordered, write a letter to a store manager. In your letter, mention the description of the item, the explanation of the wrong thing about the item, and what you need the manager to do. This is the outline. They chose it for us. Now, by looking at the outline, I will check here what they wrote together, and I need from you to analyze it with me. So, dear manager. Now remember, when we're writing formal, and if you want to write academic letter, you be sure that you don't need to use contraction. Contraction, I mean, you don't use am writing, because it's manager, it's formal. In academic, I'm saying you should not say am writing or I'll send you. You need to write the full words. I will send you. I am. That's academic. And here it's like this because it's formal and we are talking to the manager. So I am writing about a problem with an item. This is the topic that I was talking about. If you like, take a screenshot and you can check it later. So, dear manager, here we have a topic. We found the topic. Now going down, we need to find the problem with an order. So, the introduction. This is the first paragraph, is the introduction. I recently ordered from your store's website. Now, this is the topic sentence. We have topic, sentence, finish. Now, continue. Remember, the introduction is basically a brief description of all the ideas that you're going to talk about. So if I read the introduction, I need to understand what you're going to talk about. So means that you are going to put first, second, third ideas all in the introduction. Let's read together. I ordered a winter coat. Point 1, a winter coat. This is our point, number 1. But the one I received was the wrong size and color. The second one, receive wrong coat. He add little words to it. This is number 2, point 2. This is the introduction. Moving on. I think your company should compensate me for the coat as well as for my disappointment. Now remember here, little something from you. Number 3, want a compensation. Now, if you are noticing with me here, this one, topic, perfect. Then here we have the topic sentence. Now, why I say sentence? Because period, finished with period. Now, after that, we are still in the first paragraph. So, what we are talking about? We're talking about the 3 points that here are mentioned, but I made them specific because this is what I'm going to talk about next. So coming here, I think your company should compensate me for the coat as well as for my disappointment because the order was wrong and I've been through a lot. I waited 2 weeks, but I didn't receive it yet. And when I received it, it was wrong delivery. So this one, basically the paragraph, first one is the topic sentence, introduction, all together in one paragraph. So if I read first paragraph, okay, I know he's going to talk about a winter coat, he's going to talk about wrong size, he's going to talk about compensate. Now you ask me, why would someone continue reading? Because those are the details. I need to understand what's wrong with your item that you ordered from my website. As a manager, I want feedbacks, you know, so I will continue reading. Now, the first paragraph will talk about winter coat and the 3 supporting details here. Let's read them. Winter coat, wool with silk lining, came in several colors, dark green, size 12. Those are all make sense. He's talking about wool with silk lining, which means the under wool. Wool is basically It's like fur. Wool is, how can I describe it? Do you know what is wool, guys? Do you know what is wool? If you don't know, make sure to search the word. You need so much vocabularies in IELTS, guys. You need to search it. Wool is basically, sometimes we put a winter cap. It's made of wool. Maybe we can call it a woman when she's knitting. You know what the fabric that she's using. Okay, moving on. Last week, this is very nice, comma, punctuation markers are important. Comma, question mark, exclamation marker, period. I talked about them earlier. Okay, so we have Just English here. Stopping little for advertisement. Please, guys, if you like our lessons, if you like everything, if you like our education here and providing everything for free to you, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and share the videos. Thank you so much. Now get back to class. Okay, so we have 3 paragraphs. Remember before, guys, I told you to separate your paragraphs so that the reader feel comfortable to read your paragraph. This is what happened here. Here is a little space, and this paragraph there, a little space here also, starting a new paragraph, space here, starting a new paragraph, space here, new paragraph, space here, new paragraph. So, as I said, 5 paragraphs. First one, intro. Second one, point 1. Point 2. Point 3, conclusion. That will accomplish for you 150 words and more. So we're talking about a winter coat. So let's read. Last week I ordered a winter coat from your website. Okay. It was a wool coat lined with silk. Now we're talking about the coat that I ordered. It's in the past tense. So here we have change in the grammatic structure, and this is what you need to focus on. And it came in several colors. I ordered it in dark green, comma, size 12. Finish. This is it. I just covered point 1 with the supporting details. It came different colors, wool with silk lined and dark, and the size. As easy as that. Finish. Then point 2, what we have here, received wrong coat, and we need to discuss all of that. Come back here. Let's check. When I received my order, comma, I was disappointed to discover that the size and color were wrong. Now, the size, color, there are 2, plural, were wrong. Grammar is one criteria of the assessment that they will assess you upon. So you need to be careful with the grammar. Then we come back here. Your company sent me a bright red coat in size 8. Now remember, it's a contradiction. That's the brainstorming part. If you say it's a wrong coat, what is your evidence? You need to mention, it came bright red coat in size 8, while I chose dark green, size 12. Big difference. This coat is too small, and the color is too bright for me to wear. Now, as you see, there is more ideas are flown when you are writing. Now, I want to send a letter to someone, and I want from him to understand my suffering, my disappointment. So I need to live the moment when I'm writing about something. Welcome, Mr. Mehmet. So in point 2 here, supporting details, wrong size color, bright red size 8, and can't wear it. Those are, it's like you're making your own notes, but it's here in your brain. So those are all addings to the paragraph that you're trying to write. Now, 2 points done. Last one, compensation, another code, a large discount. What does that mean? Let's go. I would like your company to compensate me for the coach. Compensate, it can be a big word to some of you. Now, if I want to use it, I need to use it correctly. Because if I use it incorrectly and in the wrong position, that's a double whammy. Now, what is double whammy? I discussed it in my yesterday's IELTS lesson. Double whammy, which means using something and using it in two wrong ways. So double whammies. That's happened, and we don't need that to happen. So you need to understand your vocabulary when you are using them. Don't try ever try to use a word for the first time in your IELTS test. You need to, experience it. You need to find the flow of it, where you are using it. What's the correct place? What's the appropriate place to use this word? Okay? And here, please send me another coat in the right size and color. I think you should also give me a large discount, which means if my coat was $400, you should make it $200 because you sent me wrong one and wrong color. So your company should do that for me. On my next order to make up for my disappointment. Now, this might be absurd to some of our students, which it's been for my students, and I discussed this with them and I told them that it's your right to write something like this. Why? Because when you are sending a message to a brand, either it was a fast fashion or it's not, and I'm sure fast fashion does that happen a lot. So when you are sending, they don't want to lose a customer. Something that I will not, if I am an owner of a brand or anything, I don't want my customer to be disappointed. Disappointment mean feeling bad, feeling down. Like for example, I want a black jacket and they send me after 1 month red jacket. I feel bad, I feel down. I waited for a jacket for 1 month and after that it came, but it's not my jacket. So I'm feeling down. This is a disappointment. So asking for big discount because of your disappointment, if the manager is smart, he will actually award you and give you the jacket with a big discount because you are going to talk about it. You are going to recommend the brand to other people so that they can buy from. Okay? It's very important. Now here, as you can see, he covered the two supporting details of the compensation. But remember, you need to write. Like, okay, you have the brainstorming ideas, you have the points, 1, 2, 3, the topic, everything, but you can't just write them down. You need to give more details. Like English language, that's why it's very hard to some of our students because it's detailed. So you need to write words, express your frustration, either if it was a problem or anything. Okay, so expressing words is more good. Absolutely welcome, Mr. Mohammed. Absolutely welcome. Now, the last one is the conclusion. Let's see what we have here. I hope you agree with my solution to this problem. What is the solution? I just offered one. Yes, a big discount for my disappointment. I look forward to receiving my new coat. That's like the little, favors at the end of the letter, which actually is kind of conclusion. It's or hope or so on, or excitement. So I look forward, this is excitement. I'm very excited to receive my new coat. This is even if he's not implying to your message. Okay, so I'm just hoping, okay, I look forward to your new coat. Maybe it's not, but it's a letter, it's the way it's written. So here we are. We have the topic sentence, introduction, point 1, point 2, point 3, each one 3 supporting details. However, the last one just 2 supporting details, and the last paragraph, very tiny, 2 sentences paragraph, is going to talk about conclusion and what you're hoping for at the end. It depends on your understanding of what you're writing. So it can be hope, it can be a recommendation, it can be sending your gratitude for something that you wanted to happen but it's not happened yet. So for example, I'm asking to take the trash from my park. I don't know if you're going to do that, but in the conclusion I will write for you, thank you so much in advance for your help that you will put into our park. We appreciate you, we want to keep the city clean, blah blah blah, and so on. Okay, so it depends on your writing. At the end, and this is most of the students have a problem also with, is sincerely. Now, you don't have to write sincerely if it's very difficult. You need to write regards, or my regards, sincerely, or my gratitude, my respect. But, comma, fellas, comma is important. Then add your full name down under it. Marcus Wells, okay? So basically this is the outline that we have for the first task in general IELTS. Let's see what we have here. Here also we have extra exercises. Here we have extra exercises, but we will extract them from the paragraph below. Let's see here. Yes, that's what we are going to do. I'm sorry, Mr. Mehmet, I don't know Turkish. So basically here, what we have is a paragraph and we're going to analyze it and we are going to write the supporting detail. We are going to create basically the outline. So here we have the topic, moving to a new city, a new job, 1, 2, 3. Now, we talked about this, am I right? But this time he wrote it for us. This time he wrote it for us. Yes, Mr. Adam. This time they wrote here that paragraph for us. So we're going to extract it. Okay, so here we have a new job, point 1, cool. Supporting detail 1, 2, 3. We need supporting detail 2. Supporting detail 2. Where is supporting detail 2? Okay. This is, as we discussed, the topic, sentence, intro, and so on. This is the first paragraph, which is the point 1. That is here. Looking for a while. Excited about making at Acme. Now, at Acme. And now support detail 2. So can we find it here? Let me highlight it only. So let's find supporting detail number 2. I got a fantastic job with Acme company located in your city. You know that I have been looking for a new job for a while. I have been unhappy with my job here because the salary is low and the work is boring. So I'm excited to be starting at Acme next month. Let's go back. Excited about working, looking for a while. So in this paragraph here, we need to find the supporting detail number 2. What do you think is the supporting detail number 2? It should be between the supporting detail number 1 and 3. It should be in the middle. So can you tell me which one is it? Which one do you think is the supporting detail number 2 for the first point? Anyone? Beautiful, gorgeous people? Anyone? I love water. Yes? Anyone? Let me think it's, sorry. You're about job. Mr. Mohammed says you are about job, being unhappy with the present job because of the salary. Yes, Mr. Mohammed, I believe he means the same thing as Miss BTR. Yes, Miss. Correct. So basically, this is, look, why we are doing this, because this is means that you are understanding where to find supporting details. If you know where to find your supporting details, you will understand where and how to organize your paragraph. That's what I'm trying to help you out with. So it's absolutely correct. Thank you, Miss BTR. Thank you, Mr. Mohammed. It's correct. This one, the dark highlighted one, I've been unhappy with my job here because the salary is low and the work is boring. So here what we have is my work. You can write being unhappy with job. Just this. The supporting detail, being unhappy with job. That's it. Make it short, make it brief. That's it. Now, point 2. Point 1 is new job. Point 2. Now, if you want to think about point 2 here, you have not large, near job. Point 2. You can either find it in the introduction or in the second and the third paragraph, which here. So let me unhighlight those all for you. So it's either here, you can find it easily, or maybe you can find it here. There's 2 places to look for point 2 of your letter. So, what is number 2? What is point number 2? What do you think? Nice, nice, Miss BTR. Okay, exactly. So now, look, the way you are looking at the paragraph and locating everything, where is that? Where is this? This is what the evaluator, the reader, will do. So that's why he understands, are you organizing your writing or not? However, it's not so much focused there, but it's very important. Thank you, perfect. Finding an apartment or finding a new place? Finding an apartment, finding a new place. Yes, thank you. Now, yes, beautiful people. At 6, we have business English class. So it would be very amazing if you join from 6 till 8. Yes, okay. Go back here. Point 3, help me find an apartment. Supporting details 1, 2, 3. We need to find number 1 and number 3. So that would be here. Let me unhighlight all. This is it. This is it. I hope you can help me. Yes, Mr. Adam. Correct. That's it. Correct. Help find apartment. Perfect. Now supporting detail number 1, supporting detail number 3. And in the middle, show me around. Here is, I highlighted you the paragraph. That's where you need to find point 3. So find an apartment, güzel, perfect. I don't know my Turkish is good or not. So after that, this is point number 1. So we have supporting detail number 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 3. Where is number 1? Remember, show me around in the middle. Help about city. Suggest neighborhood. Yes. First one, find apartment. Suggest a neighborhood. Yes, Mr. Mohammed. Help about the city. Let's see. Is it there? No, Mr. Mohammed. Suggest nice neighborhood. I am sorry, Mr. Mohammed. Incorrect. Yes, suggesting neighborhoods And this is for number 1 supporting detail. Number 3 supporting detail is the last part that we have. So the last one is going to be in the end, before the conclusion. So what are we going to write? Basically, the sentence is, I will call you soon so we can talk about it. So you can write down here, calling you soon. Calling you soon. Yes, very good, Miss PTR. Yes, yes, correct, yes. Perfect. Now, remember the conclusion that we talked about? Look how short is that. Look how short is that and how beautiful it is. Thank you in advance for your help. Talk to you soon. Exclamation marker. Important. And here we have your friend Marty. Okay, so look, we're talking about this because I need to make you understand that if you can locate the supporting details in a paragraph that it's written for you the way it's written like this, then you are going to be capable and able to perform, to write an essay or writing a letter as we have now to accomplish the 150 words and also to address all the 3 points that you have. Adding to that is organizing it and making your reader understand what are you doing. And punctuation markers, grammar mistakes, your sentence is making sense or not. Those are all criteria to evaluate you. So you need to focus with this one. Here we have extra ideas, extra the same process. Here he will help you with introduction. However, our time is short, unfortunately. Our time is short. Here basically trying to teach you how to put topic sentence together as we discussed earlier. And he would like to use this for you. I want to let you know, I want to inform you, and so on. Some of them informal, some of them formal, but I'm afraid that our time is completely short and we cannot continue. However, I hope next week we will have a class about IELTS where I can continue this lesson where we can talk about an introduction. But for now, if you are don't know the part of the introduction, I basically explained every single thing here. The topic sentence and everything. So I explained to you the whole idea of the task 1 in general IELTS. So please, guys, try to get your vocabularies right. Get a good lexical resources and understand what or how the examiner will evaluate your scores. Why you are not bringing 9 in IELTS? Why you're not bringing 7, 8, anything you ever wanted? Why? Because you are confused. You're not rested well. There is a lot of it. It can be part of your mistakes in IELTS. So please go through our lessons in Just English. We have a spectacular instructors, and I have also a few classes IELTS if you would like to check them out, because IELTS is very important. I believe it's used in more than 50 countries all around the world, I believe, from academic to general, from living there or studying or so on. So I believe it's very important. So please keep on practicing, keep on understanding the English language and understanding the culture. Understanding the culture makes you closer to the English language, and that's really I recommend, even with my students. And I always say it on my YouTube channel, the culture, understand the culture so that you can understand how and why you're talking about this jacket the way you're talking about it, and why you are getting into the details the way that you are getting, because details are important, essential. Native speakers love details, as much as understanding, and as much as everything will make sense for them. So that's it for me, guys. That's pretty much all. I'm very down to leave you here with another lesson, Business English, with our instructor. I don't know who's our instructor. Mr. Lasha, yes. Mr. Lasha will take a Business English. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you for everything. Your answers were amazing. Mr. Adam and Mr. Mahmed, Miss BTR, Mr. Metin, thank you so much. I really appreciate your hard work. Appreciate it. I wish one day we can meet. We can talk about IELTS. I wish one day I can see you bringing Band 7 or Band 8 in IELTS. Appreciate it. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay quarantined at least until 1st of June, because everything is going to be back to normal, hopefully. Thank you so much, and have a spectacular afternoon. Thank you. Appreciate it. See ya.